Hello, future millionaires. This is Aztec, and this is the CSC.
Matic, network, internet, crypto, it's not hard, it's so simple. Matic, network, Matic, network, Matic, network.
Hello, future millionaires. This is Aztec, and well, I got some really awesome news. The Matic mainnet is going live. I just found out about this just now, even though it's come out hours ago. But if you know, I'm on the front lines in New York and New Jersey. I'm fighting COVID. I'm creating therapies on the cutting edge of fighting COVID. And I spent a lot of time working, pretty much all the time. And due to my contract, I don't have a lot of time to make videos. But here we go. I'm going to get into this. I did work today, 13-hour shift, but just hang in there with me. Basically, we're going to be talking about the Matic mainnet and how it's going to roll out, and also we're going to go ahead and talk about a lot of the updates that have come out. We'll probably just breeze through it because there's really just too much stuff going on, guys. Too much. I do want to say that before we get into everything, the price that you see today really doesn't matter. Let me make sure we're recording. Okay, it really doesn't matter to me. None of what I'm going to say today is financial advice, but the price does not matter to me right now. Yes, I trade here and there, and at that point, you want to do your swing trade or whatever. You want to be successful. The price does matter in a sense, but really what you're looking for is success, because for any of these projects that are out there to truly become the next Google, the next Apple, whatever you want to call it, you have to have success. If not, the project's going to dry up, it's going to die, like many have. And the one thing that I see that is so amazing, that sets Matic apart from many projects, is their lightning fast ability to knock pieces of the roadmap out. And yes, Matic has had some delay, but guys, you're talking about weeks. You're talking about maybe a month, here or there. I know projects that have taken years to complete certain implementations or major parts of the roadmap. I've never seen Matic, they've been out for the last 2 years, developing and moving forward. The team started with Dagger, and then they got into Matic and creating the second layer solution for Ethereum, and then they've started to work with some other layer 1 solutions or layer 1s to scale them. But I've never seen them slow. They've always moved forward very quickly. So price, number go up, number go down, doesn't really matter. Success, keyword success, is what matters. And if you can see that the project has a track record, which is very, very great, they accomplish what they're trying to do, that really gives you an idea that this project is going to be one of the projects that is able to create success, true success. And that is when price is going to change and really benefit you. And at the end of the day, if your project isn't going to give you success, unless you're the most amazing trader ever, you're probably not going to get rich, unless your project gives you success. So let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. So the Matic mainnet is going live, and there's going to be a rollout. So let's go ahead and go over that, because I know a lot of people will probably want to know how this works. So yeah, there's a lot of design decisions that the Matic team did, and there's a lot of amazing things that technology that's within this project, and decisions that were made to really be beneficial to making this the savior of Ethereum. Now, I'm kind of breezing through this because there's a lot of information to unpack, and really, you probably don't care about everything, but I would encourage you guys to read over this in full. There's different stages that they have completed, and they started with stage 0, they went through stage 1, and stage 2 is ongoing. Essentially, that's where they're, um, kind of attacking the system and making sure that there's no final issues. And I guess I'll read this portion here. What we want to ensure for the Matic mainnet launch. So they want to ensure that developers have access to a high-performance blockchain with low-cost transactions while still ensuring a high level of security. Security is very important. Developer tooling is as close to Ethereum as possible. That the Matic network chains runs without halting. Applications run as expected. Monetary value does not get lost or hacked. Multiple validators are staking Matic tokens, thereby running them and maintaining the network. So they have a lot that they want to do here, and it's going to actually happen very quickly based off what they're saying. So it's going to the mainnet's going to release in steps, and it's all going to start on the 15th. And you can see this little infographic here. It shows that on the 15th, nodes will start onboarding and the infrastructure will be set up. A Genesis ceremony will be enabled, and then mainnet with initial validator set. Essentially, at that time, there will be staking on and delegation. Of course, it will be for these first nodes, I'm assuming. And then step 2, after successful rollout of step 1, it shows here that incremental node onboarding 5 to 10 at a time will continue, and of course there's staking and delegation of these nodes. And then step 3, after successful rollout of step 2, you'll have decentralized network and community governance. So this is where public delegation will happen, where just people that are not overly technical, you just want to use your wallet, and it'll all be completed. It'd be easy to just publicly delegate your tokens to stake. This will be available. Now, basically, this is all going to happen actually relatively quickly, if I'm correct. It shows here that number 1, mainnet with initial validator set timeline May 15th to the end of May. So within a couple weeks, you're going to be able, they're saying that they're going to be able to do all this. And this is amazing, because not only are you going to be able to stake, delegate your tokens, but you're going to be able, a lot of these projects or dApps that are deploying to Matic mainnet are going to be able to actually deploy now to the mainnet. And you're also going to see probably a lot of traction from other projects that have been waiting for this moment, because everything's getting cleared out and is ready for a more advanced rollout. So who knows how many projects are going to be jumping on board now. Who knows how many exchanges are going to want to get in on this rollout of the mainnet and the staking features, and many other things, guys. This project truly is the saving grace of Ethereum. The other day, Vitalik was thought to have said that the start of the rollout for 2.0 of Ethereum was going to be July, but really we realize that's probably not the case. And 2.0 is not going to take away from Matic. I always say this, it's not going to take away from the need for Matic. It's only going to basically make Matic more strong, the second layer even more strong. And Ethereum will always need a second layer, because there's always going to be projects that need a very secure and fast way to scale their dApp, to kind of probably mass adoption type levels. So Matic network will always be needed, and truly it's the only viable second layer solution for Ethereum. And pretty much, probably a lot of other, we'll keep this for another video, but a lot of other layer ones. So, the goals here are, basically what I've talked about and many other things. But, that's pretty much the gist of the rollout of the mainnet. There's a lot of data here. I would definitely definitely take a look at this. There's even information on showing why it's not a inflationary type token, even though there is staking now, and lots of other data that's in this announcement. But let's go ahead and kind of breeze over the project updates. I know there's lag, guys. I'm on hotel Wi-Fi, and it's not the best, but to make this video, I have to use it. So basically, this was recently published on the 3rd of May. This is their 11th update. It's an overview, and it talks about many major highlights, things like that. They go over stage 1 of counter stake programming. Basically, like there was stage 0, stage 1, stage 2. So they kind of have a little recap here. Something that was really awesome that came out, guys, is that in April there was a token unlock. So Matic unlocks so much tokens every so often, and 100% of the team and foundation tokens were actually allocated to staking. So this is awesome because there's always this like fear that the team is going to unlock and dump, even though there's no proof or anything, because everything can be traced. You have the Matic team's wallets, and you can trace the transactions, but there's this fear that the team is going to dump on everyone. And basically 100% of the team and foundation's tokens are allocated to staking. So that's awesome to see, because a extremely large portion of the unlocked tokens are just going to staking. They won't be going into the market, essentially. And let's just breeze through this. And I actually haven't read over this, so to be honest, we're just doing this together, guys. So there's a dApp Sapien. I actually did a video. You guys could look through my videos and see what I talked about with Sapien, but they're essentially a decentralized social networking platform, and we definitely need decentralized social networking platforms because there's censorship. Just look at it. I actually don't want to go too far into that, but you guys know why we need it. Sandbox, which I also made a video about, it's a hugely popular open world creation game, which is still in the making, but they actually are onboarding onto the Matic network, so a very big dApp project. Somnium Space, a huge VR type open world type building game, also is moving over to the Matic network. Huge. Arcane Network adds support for Matic wallets and transactions. Basically, they're a provider of multi-chain APIs and wallets. So a lot of technology is trying to get in link with Matic because they know that Matic's going places. Collaborating with Cardia Chain to enhance interoperability for Matic. And it says Matic to support interoperability with Neo and Tron blockchains. This is huge because we know that the future of blockchain is essentially the internet of blockchains. And in the future, all the chains should be talking together. So if you want to be a project that is successful, you need to have interoperability built into the project. And there you go. Working with Cardia Chain. Here's LTO. It says joining forces with LTO network to launch and advance NFT integrated supply chain solutions. So, NFTs are definitely the future. People are already buying so much digital type work, whether it's art or game pieces, cards, what have you. Definitely, we're moving to a more digital age. NFTs are going to take off at some point. I mean, way beyond CryptoKitties, did. So COVID-19 pandemic contract tracing DApp, Tracy chooses Matic network. So it says it's COVID contact tracing app. Haven't truly looked into that too much, but this is pretty cool. Collaborating with Cartesi to power Cartesi dApps for exit dispute resolution R&D. Education. So John T basically made some master classes where he's educating people on Ethereum layer 2 scaling solutions. Essentially, Matic is a scaling solution. And he had many sessions, and from what I heard, I'm not the most technical person, but from what I heard, his master classes were very successful. Here's another master class that the team Arpit did, a Solidity 101 type class. And guys, I'm super tired, so I'm sorry that if I'm going slow, but bear with me. Another master class. This was on Layer 2 Crypto Wallet panel discussion. Another master class for building full stack dApps. Another class for future of blockchain gaming. Gaming and blockchain is huge. Decentralized dApps. Recently there's an interview where Matic was talking about the importance of decentralized type gaming because you can play a game for years and then a game can just kick you, and then you have years of work lost. So if you're decentralized, there's no way to basically censor or get rid of you, and you can at least keep your assets, and the wealth that you make playing the game will always be yours. So there was many exchanges that I seen within the last couple months that listed Matic. So you have Giotis Exchange or Geotis. You have Sex.io. This is actually a big exchange. Poloniex, very popular exchange that has TRX pairs. Justin Sun took it over recently. As always, Matic is just going crazy with the hackathons. So you have ETH India online recap. It was very successful. You have supporting the builders of the Hack 36 hackathon. You have Hack JNU. You have Matic supported the SPIT hackathon. You tackle Hacks 2.0. This was supposedly, it says here, the biggest hackathon. And encouraging the evolution of DeFi at the Money Legos hackathon. I mean, there's always lots of prizes that are handed out and really awesome projects that are, being created at these hackathons. Teams getting together and just doing amazing work. And these are the people that are going to, basically create the future. Promoting blockchain development at .hack hackathon in Kerala. Probably supporting the Hack Camp hackathon at Kerala. More hackathons. Let's see. I'm going to kind of skip through these because you just see it's hackathon after hackathon. Basically, Matic supporting HexaHive 2.0 hackathon. Let's see. And then there was many interviews recently in AMAs that I saw Matic doing. Panels, some mainstream YouTubers were talking about Matic recently and interviewing Matic. Just kind of scrolling through these interviews and panels. MacMac007, fellow Mitra, did a video, and this is Sandeep here sharing insight during the Chainbusters Global Cash and Burn live panel discussion. So more panels. The team is extremely active. You know, they're always out there. You know, if they're not doing hackathons, they're basically working with other teams, trying to find dApps to deploy to the network, developing the project, going all around the world doing hackathons. I mean, they just go, go, go. This is not a team that ever takes a break. So there's some challenges and quizzes. There's always prizes with these things. We have my buddy Vishal here, Guard of Honor. Awesome. Congratulations to him. That happened in March. And there was a treasure hunt recently. So prizes. It's awesome because Matic's always just handing out prizes. So you guys definitely have to follow Matic on Twitter so that you can see when they're doing these prize type things. They do like AMAs where you can win prizes. They do you can actually get prizes by playing Decentraland here and there and different types of community functions. So another buddy of mine, fellow Matic Mitra, Isa, he actually is the newest, or it shows here at the time in April, he was the newest MVCM, Most Valuable Community Member. Congratulations to him. And they actually were adding some people to the Matic team, core team, so strengthening the Matic network team, beginning with Ravakanth. So congratulations to him, QA engineer for Matic. That's awesome. So we also have Himanshu, and he is a DevOps engineer intern at Matic Network. So congratulations to him as well. And Sumit, he is a senior product and marketing manager at Matic Network. So congratulations to him as well. A lot of brilliant minds working with Matic and on the Matic team essentially. And then our VP of Ecosystems Growth, Siddhartha Jain, was published in Hacker Noon. So that was very awesome. Hacker Noon is well known. And Centuri, she is a human resources lead, so congratulations to her, new personnel. And that was the update for Matic recently, but there's definitely a lot going on. I know that there was many dApps that were deploying to Matic recently, and of course we'll probably talk about that at a later time, but really I wanted to talk about the reason why I am so impressed with Matic, you know, getting the mainnet rolling out and all the things that they're doing. I kind of wanted to just do a general video, but also talk about the mainnet rollout. You know, we can go ahead and find Matic here. And, you know, one of the reasons I really have no issue holding Matic is because, you know, its market cap is small, guys. It's at 81 on CoinMarketCap. You know, they have a market cap of only $60 million. $60 million, guys. That's amazing, you know, and with the success that they have and what they're doing, it's not going to stay. I don't believe it's going to stay in the 80th place forever, guys, in my opinion, but I definitely could see it in the top 20. And if we look at, you know, projects that are in the top 20, if we look at the 20th place, you know, the market cap there is $700 million. So gains, guys. This is the project to do it. It's my opinion. But, you know, as we speak, Matic is moving. It's on the move. And with all the speculation and projects jumping on board and exchanges that may want to work with Matic, these are exciting times, guys. But looks like my camera died and I'm kind of stuck here in some kind of weird look, but we got through the video. I didn't fall asleep. Now I can get to sleep because I made this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are excited for what's coming. Never give up on the future of money. Take it easy, guys.